I'm disappointed we didn't get the crack of the can. You just cracked a can open before I hit record. Why?
I can't do it again, mate.
No, you definitely can't do it again. Well, you can't get another one, but that'd be a bit wild, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I only go one can at a time, mate.
One can at a time.
One
you
at
don't
a time.
double fist it?
No. You got to keep them cold. Unless I'll tell a lie. When I go in at home when I'm watching a movie, I'll take two. I'm a 2-can job. 2 cans in the theatre.
Really?
So I have normally start off if it's the weekend, I'll have a bit of a treat. I'll have a little wee spark. And then there'll be a little cheeky packet of chips or something as well.
Chips, yep.
And then 2 Diet Cokes. Because in my armrest, I've got all the armrest for the drinks. There's 2 on my side. Well, there's 2. One
You're
for me.
actually taking someone
One
else's,
for me and one for the person.
It's not like
there.
you've got 6 people there.
Empty seat on there, so I take their little drink holder.
Yep.
So you get
That's why there's always a buffer zone.
And Joe's on Joe's side. She's got her. She uses the far side one as well. I leave the middle one for the remote control. So that's so I got one to control the whole thing. And that's the layout for the theatre. Yeah. So Joe always sits to my right. That's her seat. Yeah, that's where you used to sit.
The busted seat.
Yeah, when you get up and the seat goes up by itself, it's the possessed chair. Yeah.
I'm surprised Joe hasn't blown up about that.
Nah.
She should.
Why would she, mate?
She should demand changes.
Why would she? No. Mate, let's watch a movie.
Fix it.
150-inch screen.
Fix
honestly,
the chair.
Cinema
it's been
quality.
broken for 15 years.
No, mate, it hasn't been that long. But you know what? What's the last movie we watched there? We watched. I'm trying to remember the movie now. Oh, it was the Julia Roberts movie, the one on Prime, which I cannot remember the name of now, and it was awful.
Memorable.
It was terrible.
Really?
Yeah, just thinking, just get on with it. It was real.
How did that happen?
It was about Julia Roberts is a professor, and one of her students gets touched up by another teacher, allegedly, and all the whole thing that goes down there. And mate, it was just a really. Just stretched it out. You could have cut half an hour out of the movie and made it a bit pacier, but it was sort of meant to be a bit more atmospheric, and it was anyway.
Wow.
I'm thinking, oh God, let's
Julius.
go. And I'm the one because I picked the movies, right? Joe goes, "What do you want to watch?" I said, "You want to watch a movie?" She goes, "Yeah. What are we watching?" And I give her the options to go here. There's this and this, and then she goes, "Okay, well, what's this?" So I present the options to begin with, and I just feel bad that if my judgment's normally pretty good. But in this case,
no, you've had some shockers. Even I know that.
Come on, mate. My strike rate's pretty solid.
Leon the Professional.
How many?
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Leon the Professional.
Okay, well, I'll challenge our listeners and viewers to
Glengarry Glen Ross.
If they've seen these movies, if they've seen Leon the Professional, leave a message in the comments to tell us how great you reckon that movie was. So what was the other one? Glengarry Glen Ross. Like, honestly, one of the best ensemble cast in a film ever.
Yeah, it's a great cast.
Yeah. Cracking movie. Cracking movie.
I thought you were going to say crap movie.
No, cracking movie. But
great cast, crap movie.
Anyway,
imagine that on a movie
title. We've got a whole
title.
other podcast for that, which is good.
Yeah.
But my strike rate, I mean, shows you on 201?
220 odd. I mean, how many have we actually done? Because there's a few in the can.
Yeah, there's a few. Yeah, I think we're well into 2026 as we
speak.
Just
again, inside baseball, but we literally recorded a show today where we were wishing people
happy New Year. Yeah. Well, ahead of the curve.
I mean,
you got to prepare.
No, I think it's acceptable for us to have a break.
Of course, mate. Do you reckon Todd Woodbridge gets up there every day and does a show?
He's got 60 shows recorded in advance.
Yes, there you go, mate. Todd Woodbridge doesn't
Carl's
do that.
Not on air anymore. Live. He's already gone.
There you go. You got to do that.
You know, we're literally taking in terms of content. I don't know who's was that my device.
That was me.
It was mine as well, though. I got a notification.
What was that?
I got a WhatsApp notification. Anyway, we basically where there's going to be 2 weeks where there's no podcasts.
We hope you can survive.
2 weeks where there's no schedule.
Or you can go back and listen to other shows again.
Is it 2? Yeah, it's 2 full weeks and then CES.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
But we're going to be recording at CES like nearly every day.
We'll make up for it at CES.
Yeah, we'll do 3 shows at least, won't we, from CES?
We work on the assumption that people are busy and they're doing different things. Your routines change. So your routine, if it includes the 2 blokes now, it might not over holidays. And if not, just go back a couple.
Here's a suggestion, right? If you want to hear us, and if there's maybe a couple of
give out your phone number, or
a couple of the movie shows you haven't heard, then maybe look at the list of the movies and watch the movie, then listen to our show, listen to our thoughts on it.
Yeah,
just trying to pump up the other shows, mate.
I like it. I like what you're thinking. Yeah. But anyway, I think we can be forgiven for planning in advance a couple of the shows, EV and movies.
Yeah.
This is always going to be live and local.
Exactly.
We got next week's show, and then the week after that, we're doing the live show.
We're in person, live and in person.
Everyone who is getting a ticket has been emailed.
Have we had any knockbacks to the RSVP?
There are
everyone
two people who have unable to come now.
Two people? Oh, wow.
And
so we had to reallocate those seats.
I don't know that we will.
Oh, right. Well, now we've given it away. There's 2 spares, so...
Well, I thought about it. Like, we didn't account for the person that's hosted us. So we need that seat for Chris.
Oh, right, of course.
I think we just...
Well, I think Joe's 50-50 at this point, but...
Well, Amanda's 0 because I haven't told her about it.
There you go. Okay.
So...
Yeah. Our wives, by the way, still have not met at this point.
At this point. So our family diary has... Because we used to record on a Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Right? We used to record late afternoon into the evening.
Yeah.
And so my family diary still says Trevor out Fenwick every Wednesday night.
Yep. So
if I come home, like we finished recording today at like 4 o'clock, I'll edit and everything. I'll leave at 6. I'll get home at 6:30. They'll be like, "What are you doing home?" So I could literally. This is the truth. We could do the live show.
Yeah.
I could come home after the live show 10:30.
Yeah.
No one's going to blink an eyelid.
Oh. Because it's in the calendar.
Yeah, no one's going. I'm just in my normal schedule. If I sit around at home all day beforehand, because we don't have to do much other recording, they'll be like, "Well, what are you doing?
Yeah,
why aren't you at work?"
Yeah,
but I won't do that. I'll come here and just watch Mayor of Kingstown or Landman.
Yeah, Landman. Yeah, I've been watching. So you're starting to go week to week.
I've had to go week to week now.
Yeah,
do you know what? I watched. We will get to the tech show in a second, by the way. But I pressed play and I thought, you know what? This is how TV used to be. Yeah. You used to watch a country practice on a Monday to Tuesday night or whatever it was, and then you'd watch...
Because what Landman's drop on a Sunday nights.
Yeah. And, I think Mayor of Kingstown does as well.
But double header. Is that Paramount Plus too?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I know the...
I'm paying... What is Paramount cost? I'm paying for 2 shows.
I'm not sure whether you watch NCIS Sydney.
No, I do not. No, we've talked about it.
That's out on... I think that's Tuesdays that comes out.
No interest.
In fact, there's one out... one came out yesterday, I think. Yeah. Or Wednesday. No, Wednesdays it comes out.
Right.
Yeah. I think they took a week off and then they said back on early December.
One of them, I think it's Mayor of Kingstown. The dates are wrong. Like it says the episode came out in October something and the dates are wrong.
Yeah, no, I had that issue with NCIS as well. There was a new episode there, but it didn't show up in the rundown.
Paramount.
But if you hit play now, it would show you go straight to that new episode.
Well, I had the issue. You press play now, and then you get taken to the first episode. I'm like,
that's weird.
Come on,
Paramount Plus also are they the one when you do your download?
It's horrible.
You try to play it's out of
sync
works. And sometimes doesn't play.
You think about how
I've had that issue with Stan though. Stan's done that to me too.
Really?
Stan,
I've never had that issue.
Couple of episodes on when I was smashing through hacks, and there was like one episode wouldn't play, and I'm thinking
the worst one for me was Disney Plus. I'd download everything onto the plane, onto the iPad, get on the plane, it'd be on no Wi-Fi, and when I open my profile, it needs a PIN. Like a parental PIN.
And you got to get in.
And you got to be on the internet. No, you got to be on the internet. So it doesn't work. And then you can't get in.
Yeah,
and so I've had moments where I've been like at the gate as we're about to push back, and I've still got 4G. I'll tether. I'll log in. I'll press play, and then we can fly. Oh man,
they make it easy for you, do they?
I've removed my parental PIN for that reason. Because it's just so annoying to have to get in that way. Anyway, some things are annoying. That's life.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of annoying...
Why did the camera come on me then when you said that?
Because you went...
I thought you planned that when you said annoying.
I'm not touching anything now.
Okay.
But because I don't have my little box, I've got to press the buttons here. And so we'll do it this. No, wrong button, Trevor! I'm on the wrong screen. It's this one.
Oh, my God.
Bear with me.
Welcome to Two Blokes Talking Tech.
Not a bad price.
With Trevor Long from EFTM.com.
Really handy device.
Welcome to Two Blokes Talking Tech.
I'm just going to pause here for a second and just fix this because I can fix it while I'm here. So we want it on... No, it was already on switch 2. Camera... I think I know why it was always not switching because I had it on camera 4. Let's see what happens when I press this and let it play.
Welcome to Two Blokes Talking Tech.
Not a bad price.
With Trevor Long from EFTM.com.
Really handy device.
And Stephen Fenwick from techguide.com.au.
I'm curious. I'm curious to see what happens here. Does it switch? No.
Welcome
Goes
to
into it
Two
again.
Blokes.
Mate, Road.
2 for the price of 1.
Road is getting an email from me. That's happened too many times now. It's unprofessional. It's not what people expect from this show.
There
People
you have it.
expect
There you
a
have it.
heightened level of professionalism.
Did you notice that our pictures inside the intro have reversed?
Yeah, you've told me that 1,600
Have
times.
I don't think it's been that many, but anyway. Yep.
Twice was enough.
Because I got I'm wearing, for some reason, a Rabbitoh shirt in the intro. I'm not wearing a Tech Guide shirt. What happened that day? Why was I not wearing a Tech Guide
It was
shirt?
early. It was like one of the first 2 shows.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think that was the day you said to me, hey, by the way, we're filming.
It might have been.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. And I didn't
You
have
didn't
the
notice
right.
all the cameras.
I didn't have the right attire on. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, episode 711, which could also be known as the Quickie Mart episode.
7-Eleven. Yeah.
711.
7-Eleven. Yeah.
So
I'm not going to. I know
no,
you're.
no, I'm worried. I'm worried, but
I won't say it.
711, not sponsored. It just happens to be a coordinated number.
Yep.
Thanks to the great people at Arlo and Netgear. If you're looking for home networking, Arlo is not the people to go to. Netgear are the people to go to.
Yep.
If you're looking for home security,
Definitely.
you want to go to Arlo.
Go to Arlo.
I'm going to be
Safe
honest
and
with
secure.
you straight away. I did a software update on the Roadcaster.
Is that why
It's switching.
glitching? It's glitching.
No, it's not
really.
glitching. It's just
It's switching really furiously.
yeah. But it always preferences you.
Are you sure?
Yep. Yep. See, it doesn't come to me that quickly. Anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about.
There you go.
Just stop breathing.
What? Okay, stop breathing. All right, I'll be over here.
Stop.
Should I just get in there? Stop breathing. All
That's
right.
one of my best.
Stop breathing. All right.
Stop breathing. Anyway,
Time me. How long I hold my breath for?
we appreciate the support of Netgear and Arlo. And for those coming along to the live show, there will be some great lucky door prizes, including
Yes.
great prizes from our good friends at Arlo and Netgear.
Definitely.
Among others. We'll
And
ask
we will,
around.
and we will let you breathe too. We won't be telling you to stop breathing.
You might have some issues.
Only me, he'll tell me.
I don't
So
know. We'll
that's
see what happens. Anyway, more about Arlo and Netgear shortly. Google. It is the end of 2025.
Yep.
The year is rolling out, and so we get this moment where Google, as we both put our glasses on because we need to read all the information,
Yes.
Google has
Hot
their
off the presses.
end of year search, the year in search for 2025. Now,
Wow.
I'll repeat what we talked about a couple of years ago. It used to be that it was the most of something, but now they say it's like the trending of something,
Right.
which I think allows them to cut out things that don't look good in the results. So even though people search for, I don't know, something inappropriate perhaps or whatever too much, it doesn't
Yeah.
hit the results because
Really?
it's about how it trends year on year.
Right.
But anyway, that's how they describe it. It's how our searches were influenced by events of the year. So this is their year in search. And look, it's a fascinating little kind of snapshot to go back onto and look at the year.
Yeah.
Because it makes you remember things. Like here, let's start with the overall most trending searches.
Yep.
And it's a weird one because there's things in there that you kind of might have forgotten about. I know in news events there's like the LA fires. I'd kind of forgotten about them
they're back in
weirdly.
January,
They're
that's
back in
why.
January,
Yeah.
right? But Cyclone Alfred was the number one trending search of the year in Australia. Obviously, that was not the case in America because they probably don't care about Cyclone Alfred. But that topped the charts.
Yeah, and funny enough, in the top trending query was how to prepare for a cyclone. So
yes.
that's coming up, but don't want to jump ahead too much.
No.
Number 2 was Charlie Kirk. So the conservative guy who was shot at the university,
Yes.
the Ohio
Yep.
University.
And yes, it would have been one of those ones, and it shows up again later in the search, like who is. There's
Yeah.
a lot of that too because you get it in the news, and then you're like,
It
what's
was a
this
big
thing?
story. It was a massive story.
I mean,
and it happened in front of people.
Essentially, a public assassination
Absolutely.
is always going to hit the
It's
charts like that.
disgraceful. Yeah, wow.
And in terms of news events, in overall search, the Australian federal election 2025 is the number 3 result.
Yeah, well, there wasn't a federal election year, of course.
Of course,
so,
that banging on the door is actually the Netgear prize for
Is
the
it
live
really?
event. It looks
There you
like a
go.
Netgear box, doesn't it, to you?
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, the federal election, when was that, May?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and in the top 5, coming in at number 5 is my old friend Belle Gibson.
Yay!
So Belle, I think that was because there was a show on Netflix.
Yeah,
was
Apple
it?
Cider Vinegar.
Vinegar.
Yeah, pretty
but there
good
was
show.
also a documentary about the world's
Yes.
biggest con.
100%.
What do you call them? Bloody
Con woman.
But there was that influencers. There was the biggest influencer cons, and I actually revived at the time. This was sort of mid-year, wasn't it? It was mid-year.
Yeah.
I revived the interview that I had with her on the Tech Guide podcast back in 2014. It was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So that
that recording
got a lot of
got
traction.
showed in that documentary, didn't it?
Yeah,
it was,
did.
It was played.
There was part of it played in that doco, and so she that she was up in the news again, and others. It's good to see some tech actually made the top 10 as well.
Go for it. The iPhone 17.
iPhone 17 made the search, which I think. And you know what? You can probably understand why. I reckon this was a pretty decent upgrade for the range this year. And I think we hit a point too where there were a lot of people who were looking to upgrade. They were waiting for the 17 to come out. There was no shortage of rumours. Like we were talking about it for months about what it's going to be. We were basically spot on with what we could expect.
Yeah.
But I think what I reckon ramped up the search was the fact that the 17, which was the base model iPhone, being I reckon such good value.
Yeah, we talked about that in a big way, didn't we?
Definitely.
Yeah.
So,
So the news events was similarly skewed. Cyclone Alfred, Charlie Kirk, the federal election, Iran was there. It was in both.
Yeah.
But the LA fires, as we mentioned. Pope Francis, because he obviously...
Of course, yeah. He and then
It's interesting that Pope Francis is in for passing away, but Leo is not.
Yeah, I think everyone was...
I'm just going to get really angry at this courier driver in a minute if he keeps calling me. I've texted him 600 times.
Okay.
And said, I'm not coming down. We're recording.
He's on the show.
Leave the table. Leave it on the table. I don't know why he keeps ringing me. I've sent messages.
Okay.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Breathe, Trevor.
That's part of the show, is it, this week?
It is, has to be, because it's an important delivery, I assume.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is horrible content. I'm really, really sorry. Desi Freeman, and that's only a couple-month old
Yeah,
news.
that's it is, and he's still missing, by the way.
Still
out there.
Still out there.
Doing something.
Yet to be seen, for sure.
But it is a very wide-ranging coverage of, and it's not just news we search for, of course. That there are other things, including, and we'll get to these, the recipes, and let's look at the top trending searches. I mentioned earlier that I think Cyclone Alfred was the top choice, the top trending search. But the other how-to trending searches, one of them was how to prepare for a cyclone. Cyclone Alfred was there.
But it's an interesting one because it was in far north Queensland where they have had a history of cyclones, but yet people still need to have that that search.
Here's the other one: how to vote. That was obviously because it was election year. But here's my favourite: is number 5.
Yeah.
How to talk to women.
I'm going to tell you, I think that was in there last year.
I think I've Googled that a couple of times.
I've given up.
How to talk to your wife without causing problems.
Yep. How to tune a car engine. How to make ice cream in...
What?
How
to make ice cream in a garden. What is that?
That doesn't make any sense. How to make ice cream in grow a garden. That's just...
Is that something? Is that a glitch or what?
I think that's a...
How
that's
to make
sushi
in grow a garden. There's 2 in grow a gardens. What is grow a garden?
Oh, mate.
I know. I've got an idea. Let's Google it.
You Google it. I'm going to... So in the how-to, they've written the exact same thing in the graphic.
Right.
And I'm looking at it now.
I'm Googling grow a garden.
Comfort. It just doesn't make any sense. How to... What has the grow a garden got to do with anything?
Grow a garden. I think it must be some sort
Does anyone understand? Combine it...
Oh, it's a game.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's a game.
I'm so glad we looked that up.
Multiplayer farming game.
Wow.
That transforms you into a gardener. Sow seeds, grow vegetables, fruits and flowers, and sell them.
Wow.
See, we just proved the point of Google. We Googled it.
We Googled it.
Yeah.
What an unbelievable thing to be. I'm so glad I know that before I do the Today Show this morning because it will look like a fool. Because it looks like a spelling mistake. Anyway, public figures.
Yep.
Forget the global ones. Let's just focus on Australia. Belle Gibson topped the pops.
Topped it, unbelievable.
Bianca Sensori, that's Kanye's
she's
partner,
Australian. Yeah, she's Australian.
Yeah.
And she doesn't like to wear clothes much.
She gets Googled for that reason, I would suggest. Peter Dutton, it was an election year.
Yep.
Adam Bant, election year. Marty Sheargold, controversial comments and got sacked from Triple M.
Yep.
Susan Lee, the new
head of the Liberals.
Opposition. And Postecoglou, because he was controversially sacked
he got
by
sacked.
Tottenham. But he was doing very well, and then he got sacked. So it was probably...
he got sacked, and then he got hired again, and then sacked again.
Yeah.
So, and who else we got there? No one else I've heard of. Bo Webster. Who's Bo Webster? Isaac Rankin.
I don't know.
Adam Hunter. And then the losses, of course. Some big names this year.
I need to know who
Yeah.
Isaac Rankine is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing. I don't think he's an AFL player.
Is it?
Yep.
Okay.
I don't think our listeners would be unlike us in not knowing who some of those names are.
Yeah. Some big names we lost this year. Well, Charlie Kirk was number one because that was such a public thing. But Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah, of course.
Gene Hackman. And Gene Hackman, that was controversial. Remember, they found him and his wife
too, yeah.
in their property in New Mexico somewhere.
Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer, of course, yeah.
Hulk Hogan.
Iceman, yeah. And Julian McMahon, the Aussie actor.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he also passed away this year.
Wow.
Pope Francis. Diane Keaton, another big one.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Sport was interesting because it's always like it's not really which is the most popular, but it's because why are you Googling it, right?
Yeah.
Now, you got to remember, you Google something, you get the result. You get live score updates as well, right?
Yep.
So India v England.
Yep, India v Australia.
That huge Indian population in Australia. So the Australian search is there big.
Australia versus West Indies. Women's Cricket World Cup.
How much of that is definitely cricket, do you reckon?
I'd say 1, 2,
Champions
3,
Trophy
4, 5,
women's
6.
cricket.
I reckon 7 out of 10 is cricket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get to the how-tos. We've
did
done
that. We did
how
that.
to vote. Oh, you've already done that. Well, we know what in-grower garden is now.
Thank God.
And how to watch, how to increase horsepower.
She's the Champions Trophy. Was that, it says how to watch the Champions Trophy. Was that on Amazon Prime?
Couldn't tell you.
I think it was, and I reckon that's why it's in the Google results.
Okay.
I reckon they've gone. It was tough to watch. Yes, it was on Prime Video. So there's this big sporting event on. Cricket fans are going, why isn't it on 7 or 9 or Fox Sports or wherever?
Okay.
And they're like, where is it? And that's how they're Googling it to find the answer. There you go. DIY, Stephen, you didn't need this because you know how to do all these things.
DIY.
How to make a lava lamp.
How to make an AI action figure. Okay.
Oh, because remember that was big. You'd make those in a pack.
Yes.
You made yourself in a pack.
A little blister pack.
That was happening all the time.
Right.
So that was
Did you do
huge.
that
I 100% did that.
Did you really? Wow.
Yep. How to make a paper dart.
How to make a lava
What's going on
lamp.
there?
Yeah. How to make a paper. DIY hair extensions.
Oh, well, that's a bit too close to home.
I often Google what time things are on, like the Grand Prix around the world. I think what time, and then when I looked up Abu Dhabi, it was last week Abu Dhabi, Qatar.
Thanks for
it
bringing
said
that
3 a.m. and I said, okay, I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting for the morning for that one. I'm a fan, but not that big a fan. But Trevor, of course, stayed up. We'll talk about that in the private feed.
When it comes to questions, the most popular question is an obvious one. When is Easter? Because it's not easy.
Yeah.
It's not the same every year.
It does move. Do you know how they determine when
Couldn't
Easter
care
is?
less.
Yeah, it's the...
Just make it easy. Can we just make it the third day of the 5th month or something?
No, it's to do with the full moon of that particular time of year.
Yeah, right.
Seriously.
I know, but isn't Easter about when Jesus rose?
Yeah.
So why can't we find out what date he rose and just celebrate it then every year?
It's a movable feast.
It's because they all want a bloody public holiday.
It's a movable feast. That's right. Yeah.
No, it's because they want the Friday and the Sunday and the goods.
Of course.
And the,
Good Friday, Easter Sunday. That's right, mate.
It's a solid break of time.
It is,
take
it
leave.
usually coincides with school holidays too. I think isn't it the start or the
in
start of school holidays?
Start or middle? Yeah.
It depends on how early, because it could be as early as March and as late April.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
where is Belle Gibson now? Good question.
Yeah. Gee, she did get a.
She's had a solid
you know what,
result.
I think the reason she's got such a solid result is it's been more than 10 years since all the dramas.
Yeah.
Or that's when it started, but there have been others. But there would have been people thinking, who the hell's Belle Gibson? Even if they from looking from 2 or 3 years earlier, they wouldn't have known who she is.
Yeah.
But we had the answers there.
We absolutely did.
Yeah. Now, games, let's talk about games and toys.
The bloody Labubu.
The Labubu, all the trendy stuff. Minecraft movie. Adolescence. Remember that show on Netflix? Did you watch that?
Yes.
That was the show that was done. There were 3 episodes, and every episode was a single shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remarkable. Did you watch it, eh?
No.
Have you seen it?
No.
Mate, I'd watch that tonight.
I'm not.
It's genius. And the subject matter is appropriate to the time.
I understand.
We're talking about, school and social media. And
I've seen 13 Reasons Why. That was enough for me.
I've not seen that one.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, don't have a go at me for not watching.
Well, watch Adolescence, mate.
Have you seen K-pop Demon Hunters, number 4?
No, I have not.
Well,
yeah.
Don't watch
Have you
it.
seen How to Train Your Dragon?
Definitely not.
Have you seen Honora?
No.
I have. That won Best Picture this year.
I've seen, mate,
Weapons I've seen.
Apple cider vinegar, the number 9 most searched in entertainment, is the only thing I even understand.
Well,
on
I've seen Anora, that won the Oscar Best Picture. I've seen Weapons as well. That was it's the basic story of that.
I know what you haven't seen. You haven't seen The Summer I Turned Pretty.
No,
because you never turned pretty. Hey,
no. The Weapons is actually a good movie, worth watching. It's got a slight sort of horror edge to it. But the story is that in one class, out of 18 students, 17 go missing.
Wow.
And there's one student that didn't go missing.
Weapons?
Yeah. Wow. And you're thinking, what the hell? They just all one night just took off. And it does actually, it has a pretty solid conclusion, so that's worth a watch.
Wrapping up the Google search trends of the year and making a mental note never to do this again live on the podcast.
Yeah.
Is travel. Dubai tops the pops.
Dubai? Why is that, I wonder?
Well, there's been a lot of talk about people talking about moving there and
tax
the
free.
benefits and all that
tax
stuff.
Free?
I don't know.
Apparently it is. Why else would you go there? Apart from
you love sand?
The heat and the lifestyle, I guess. Bali, Phuket, Doha.
Love Doha.
Mate, are these all places where Grand Prix took place? Doha, Singapore?
Not all of them, but
Honolulu, definitely. That wasn't.
Hamilton Island.
Yeah. LA. I think LA because of the fires.
Well, I think that's why people were searching for
this is travel.
It's definitely travel.
All right. Okay.
Honolulu, struggling in at number 10.
Yeah. Been there many times. Honolulu. Love Honolulu.
I would say they're struggling at number 10.
Love Hawaii. Yeah,
they need to lift their game.
Yeah.
Lord Howe Island doing better than Hawaii.
Hamilton Island even topped them.
What's going on there?
Doha even topped them.
Yeah, Qatar. Straight there on Virgin Australia. Or Qatar Airways.
Qatar Airways, mate. I was there on my way to Berlin.
Great place. Great airport.
I went Qatar onto IFA. Yeah.
Oh, very good. So do I. Anyway,
there you go. Yeah, that was riveting. I
don't think it was,
Google,
man. I think
Google
it's probably,
searches sake.
It's probably the worst thing we've ever done on this show.
You think so? Yeah, it was. We've done better than that, I suppose, eh? What do we do? Do we start again or do we just keep going? Start it again? Have another crack? Man, I know the courier upset you. I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, he did put me off.
The courier upset you. I think
I'm really angry because he hasn't left it.
Oh, he took it?
Yeah.
You're joking?
That table literally says deliveries on it.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, eh?
And you know what? If
He's
you're thinking,
upset, poor old Trev.
Imagine you're a courier, right? And you've got this thing, and maybe it says on it what it is. So maybe it's not wrapped up. So you know it's expensive, right?
Yeah.
And you're thinking, should I leave this here? Mate, there's a purple $400,000 Porsche right there. If it wasn't safe, that car wouldn't be there.
Yeah, that's true.
That's my point.
Maybe. But no, there's not always a $400,000 purple Porsche.
I don't know what it was. I'll never know, and I hope that bloke never comes by.
What did the courier say to you?
He didn't say anything. He hasn't responded to any of the text messages.
Did you say, leave it there, mate?
Yes. And then when he walked away, I text, why are you leaving?
Yeah, and no response.
Yeah, none.
Wow.
So
Trevor's in a bad mood.
I'll never know.
Trevor's in a bad mood.
What can I do?
Let's try and lift the mood, shall we, or what?
Oh, okay, cool.
Shall we, or?
Oh, it means I've got to go back to my buttons.
Go back to your buttons.
It's complicated because I've normally got my buttons right there.
Wow.
Anyway, Two Blokes Talking Tech.
Everything about tech you never wanted to know. This is Two Blokes Talking Tech.
And we do it all thanks to the great people at Netgear, netgear.com.au for all your home networking needs. They've got you covered. And if you have received a speed boost from the NBN, you used to be getting 100 meg speed. You got an email that says you're now getting 500. How good. You used to be getting 750, now you're getting 1,000. You used to be getting 1,020, now you're getting 1,040. It's unbelievable. Great speeds. But there's no point having great speeds if they're only in one room in the home. And that's where a mesh Wi-Fi system, a whole-of-home mesh Wi-Fi system can help you out. Netgear Orbi's got you covered, and there's an Orbi for everyone. There's an Orbi for a small home, there's an Orbi for a large home, there's an Orbi for a small family that doesn't have many devices, there's an Orbi for a large family with the nerdiest people on lots of devices. That's the beauty of the entire Orbi range, is they've got you covered no matter who you are and what you do on your Wi-Fi network. But the bottom line is, if you're getting great speeds into the home, you want them throughout the home as well, and that's what an Orbi does. So check out all the details, and you can buy directly from netgear.com.au.
This is Two Blokes Talking Tech with Trevor Long and Stephen Fennick.
Social media. Next week, it's like next week the band comes in, we're still talking about it, but I think the other thing about the Google story was like the idea of doing that first rather than again starting the show with social media.
It's going to be something we're all going to be talking. Well, everyone, look, if you turn on the news, it's on the news every day, so it's no surprise that we talk about it quite a bit.
So there has been a few things happen since we last spoke. Firstly, on the day of recording, Wednesday, Google has announced that YouTube will comply. Now, the critical thing about that is They didn't want to. You got to remember, this is a company that threatened that they would be on the legal side of things here. So we actually have had a small suspicion, I never believed they would, but that they would take this to court and challenge it.
Yeah.
Because they believe that people should have the freedom to watch whatever they want.
Is there a case going on? A couple of teenagers?
Yeah, that's just some digital rights activists going at it. It won't have any luck, I tell you that right now.
So that they haven't got their time in court, or they?
Oh no, I think we'll know.
They're going to have a
we'll know
hearing,
before Wednesday, but
right.
That'll just be an injunction, essentially.
And it's basically all around the whole of the denying them of any like political information. And is that right? Or
freedom of speech, all those different things, right?
Okay.
I thought I don't know if you saw the kid and the adult on the Today Show last week talking about it, but I actually thought they did a pretty good job of articulating their case.
I did see that. Yeah, it's a consideration, I guess, because you get your news and your opinions and your information, and that's where you form your opinions anyway. Reading that stuff on social media.
Yeah, but do you want a 15-year-old doing that? I don't think so.
Because they're right in the heart of the band, mate.
But Google's announcement today says this is a disappointing update to share. That's literally what they've written. We deeply care about the safety of kids and teens on our platforms. It's why we spent a decade building robust protections and parental controls for families to rely on. I'll be honest, didn't even know they had any.
Did they?
Didn't even know they had parental controls.
Has YouTube, at this, as we talk now, got parental controls?
Apparently.
But where are they?
I got no idea. I'm a parent.
Yeah.
I had no idea they had parental controls.
Not really at the surface, are they? They've got to dig
now,
down.
Is that my fault as a parent for not knowing about it? Yeah, maybe. Is it Google's fault for not telling me individually about it as someone who talks about this stuff on a literally weekly basis?
Should be more obvious, yeah.
Like our TV has my account and then sub-accounts for the kids. You would think that they would prompt me with a pop-up or something to say, do you want to set up controls or anything? Nothing. There's no controls on my kids' YouTube. So the fact that they're now banging on about what they've got is a little too late.
Yeah.
But they also...
You know how you said how they announced it?
Unfortunate.
Unfortunate. Facebook did this. Meta did the same thing.
Of course.
When they announced the Facebook...
But at the end of their announcement, they had a whole 3 paragraphs in a section called "This law won't keep teens safer online." And they say, at YouTube, we believe in protecting kids in the digital world, not from the digital world. That's why we invested in more than a decade, yada, yada, yada. So basically, they say this law also fundamentally misunderstands why teens come to YouTube in the first place. YouTube is a video streaming service where they come to watch and learn from everything from how to tie videos to famous speeches, news-making podcasts, and live concerts. My kids have never done any of those things.
Yeah.
They're just watching Mr. Beast, Mark Rober, unspeakable, stupid Minecraft videos.
But that's not to say that content doesn't exist, though.
That's right.
There are a lot of other people who do go there for that sort of content.
And you were here while I did a pre-record with the radio, and it kind of dawned on me that while I support YouTube being included because I believe that by definition they are covered by the regulation. I think people can upload content, they can make comments, they can share. So I believe it is covered by the regulation. But here's what's interesting. When Harry now goes to YouTube on his browser and he can't log in, he's just going to see whatever YouTube chooses to put on the front page. And then he's going to search for something or he's going to click on something and then it's a rabbit hole from there on.
Right.
So if there are protections, they don't exist.
You're saying you're not signed into an account, you're just watching like a headless YouTube, just watching
Well, I think there'll be a default set of editorial decisions made by YouTube as to what they see. And then you click and you watch and they can keep watching.
So if
they can't avoid ads, they can't make comments, they can't like, but they can still watch everything.
So could YouTube, right? So let's use Harry as the example, right? So he trots into your 100-inch TV, fires up YouTube, doesn't sign into an account. Browsing around, could maybe search for some, I don't know, searches for cars or searches for, Formula One. And if it serves up content that is not age appropriate, and because it doesn't know, there's no account, doesn't know who's watching, could they be then in trouble? Say a parent says, my son was watching this stuff on YouTube.
Well, that's the worst part about YouTube is it's not they're not reporting or responsible to anyone.
Right.
They make their own rules to say we're going to have a kids section for YouTube Kids, which is for much, much littler kids. They don't actually have age gates on anything. Yeah.
So Harry could possibly be seeing some content design, not like porn or anything, but more racier adult stuff.
I've said this to you before. There are people who flirt with the laws and the regulations of YouTube.
Yeah.
And you know what? If one of his mates says, "Hey, you should search for this," or they send him a video. There's nothing to stop them watching it.
Yeah.
And there's nothing to stop that video then recommending another similar video either.
Yeah.
So they are, look, here's the thing. Everyone's right. The government's right to include them, but YouTube's right. This doesn't make it a better place.
Yeah.
You can also browse TikTok videos without having an account. There's a bunch of things you can do.
Yeah.
So what's basically critical here is that this is a message to parents to say, it's going to happen from next week. It's happening. It's going to turn off.
Yeah.
But here's what's most interesting to me. So Victoria and Harry have been getting pop-ups in Snapchat saying, verify your age. And Victoria took a video. I'll show you, Stephen, here. I'll publish it somewhere at some point because she did give me consent.
Show me just personally.
I'm going to show you personally.
Right.
So Victoria got the thing from Snapchat to say, prove your age.
Right.
And then she immediately did what I said, which was do a screen recording. So it was verify my age. And so she actually put in a very close birthday to hers and then went a year back. Or a year or two back.
Yeah.
So she was not born in 2009. But that makes her 16.
Right.
So she's put in a 16-year-old's birth date.
Yep.
She's use facial scan.
Yep.
And it's loaded up this page, which looks very much like the setting up your Face ID on a phone.
Yep.
Give permission to the camera. And then it's the front camera. And then you look at the camera, you move your head around. And I think it says to her basically, open your mouth. And it's like, open your mouth. And then you open your mouth slower or something like that. And it takes her a few seconds to do all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then at the end, it says, estimating your age. Ding, diddling, ding, ding. You're all set.
Wow. That was easy.
She's 16.
That was easy.
Snapchat,
Yeah.
she's allowed
Wow.
because they made reasonable efforts to estimate her age.
Yeah.
Get this, though. Harry this morning,
Yeah.
14-year-old,
Yep.
who does not look 16, same thing.
What? On Snapchat?
Snapchat.
Passed.
Passed.
Wow.
Let me tell you, that kid, cute as a button. Not 16. Are you with me?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, is that making reasonable effort to do it?
Here's the thing, right? So I've said, and I have to tell both of them tonight, I feel bad for them because theoretically Snapchat could see my videos and content that I make about this and go,
Yeah,
there's
good
a
on
kid,
you,
we
Dad."
can't risk the $50 million, so we're going to kick him off. But
Yeah.
in their defence, they did take reasonable steps.
Yeah.
They did ask the child a birth date.
Yep.
They did offer them a facial scan,
Yeah.
and they performed a facial scan.
They
And
got through the cracks,
government's own research shows that facial scans are not reliable and can be a variance of
You've
up to 2
proven
years.
it twice in a row with
Yeah.
your children.
Mate, I thought I'd get away with one of them. I thought I'd have the story that said one of them got through, and I thought it would be Victoria by putting on more makeup.
Yeah. Did she have makeup? She had no makeup on that.
She just whatever she wears to school, which is not excessive,
Okay. Bit of foundation. And
Yeah, probably, right? Okay. What about you? So I honestly thought she'd get rejected first, and then I said to her, go and put makeup on, do your best, like we're going to the TikTok Awards again, go look your best, and then do the face scan again, and I thought she'd get on that way.
Yeah.
She didn't even do that.
Have you shared that anywhere else?
Not yet, no.
Yeah.
I've done a video, so it'll probably go up tonight or tomorrow morning.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So you can get around it.
Well,
it's all about just Snapchat. It's Snapchat.
We've known that all along.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
But for your 14-year-old
Yeah.
to at least 2 years out,
Yeah.
wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Does he wear makeup?
He has a
Harry have
he has
makeup
a very
on?
good complexion.
Yeah. There you go. Wow.
Maybe he did his hair that day. Didn't look like a little dag or something.
Well,
But yeah.
I would do. Have you seen? So obviously, Snapchat's test is going to be different to Meta's test. And all the other tests.
Here's the thing. I took photos of this while Harry was here last Thursday. So on Instagram, it said, we've got to do this thing. And he didn't get the option of anything but a government ID.
Really?
Which is illegal.
Oh. So
because they're required by law to have methodologies
other than
in addition to the government ID cannot be the only option.
Really?
Now, I need to be cautious because obviously my kids' accounts, I set them up a decade ago. Like I set them up when they were born.
Yeah.
And when they sort of had their real ages broadly by a day or two out because Harry goes, the date's wrong. I went, yeah, because I set it for 2 days before your birthday because of time zones so that you would have it working on your birthday because American time zones. Anyway, I don't know whether they didn't ask for a facial scan because it's already a teen protected account by my parental control.
Okay, yeah, right.
So I don't want to go off half-cocked and say they don't offer facial scans, but it might be possible they don't.
So with Victoria's one, did you say, was that one of the accounts you set up years ahead to her Snapchat
No, Snapchat,
account?
she did her own.
Oh, right. So that's what, okay.
But was honest about her age originally.
Yeah. But with Meta, which is Instagram and Facebook, or mainly Instagram, you set that up back in the day.
Yeah, exactly.
With their right birthdays.
I believe so. Yeah.
So they'll think, okay, we know.
Or maybe I didn't.
Maybe
Maybe I set it to be 13 years old because you had to be on Meta, and then I added. And then when I introduced them to it, I changed it back to their real date or close enough to.
Wow.
So yeah.
So do you think in being fair income about it all, do you think that the government will ever issue a $50 million fine?
So
do you think that the platforms
we were recording while Annika Wells was speaking
at the press club.
At the press club.
Yep.
But she was asked whether or not any tech giant would be fined.
Yeah.
And she said the government understands age assurance may take several days or weeks to complete, so basically not in the first few weeks.
Yeah.
However, if e-safety identifies systematic breaches of the law, the platforms will face fines up to $49.5 million. Now, she doesn't say per user because I've been saying per user because it is per user.
Yeah. Well, how do you like
regulation
what's
and cultural change take time, take patience. This law is world leading. Great, but no.
They have
in answer to your question, no, I don't think anyone's going to be fined.
They have been though giving themselves lowering expectations a bit by saying that. Yeah, we know kids under 18 drink and all this, so they're kind of softening the blow a little bit.
They've been walking that line for a while now,
and I think they're trying to manage expectations with that.
They would already have planned statements and lines so that next Thursday, when the Daily Telegraph comes and says we've got a 15-year-old who's been allowed on the internet, they can say we expected these things, because that's obviously going to be the way it runs.
Because at the press club, we just caught the tail end of it. I think the moderator, the host, whoever he was. He asked a really good question. He said, what do you do? It's December the 19th. Summer holidays have started. Kids are bored. They can't get on TikTok and social media. Like, what are we going to do? And
what do you tell a parent?
What do you tell them? How does a parent manage that? And I think we noted that there were some people in the audience who maybe if they
were parents of children who might have suffered in some way,
who were bullied or whatever, and so it's pretty hard to ask a hard question in that company, wouldn't it?
I think so. Look, we've said it before. We're not taking away from any tragedies that have occurred among young people in Australia or anywhere in the world. Don't get me wrong; it's tragic and horrible, but to wheel those parents out continuously, I think is disingenuous. I think
they're sort of. It might sound weird, but they're sort of using them as a bit of a shield.
They are.
They're just sort of.
And you know what it does? It stops people asking harder questions of the legislation, because the number one question is. If we're at the press club and I knew those people there, I would have said, are you going to tell me that in 10 years from now we're not going to have any more parents who've suffered this loss?
Child has committed suicide.
Because they're not going to say that.
No.
They can't say that.
Yeah.
They can't commit to that. So kids are already obviously finding other apps. So there's an app called Lemonade, which is very similar to TikTok because it's made by TikTok.
Is it ByteDance make it today?
It's literally in the App Store. It says TikTok is the app developer. So just to be clear, if you're a parent and your kids are on Lemonade, or you've told your kids to go on Lemonade, it will have age assurance next week. Okay, TikTok's already told me that they're going to have age assurance. But the other one is called Yope. Now, I started Yope a few days ago and I invited the kids. And Harry, that's Harry's first Yope to me, is just oh, wow. And then he goes, it's literally Snap. So he thinks this is just Snapchat. Oh. It's exactly the same as Snapchat, really? Except it doesn't have the public feed. So on Snapchat, if you've been on it, you've got your chats with your friends, and then you swipe across, there's all these stupid stories and videos from bikini influencers and all that kind of rubbish. Yeah. It's legit just crazy content.
Yep.
This app, Yope, doesn't have that. It only has peer-to-peer, so the people you're friends with and whatever, and you can share who sees your updates.
Right.
I was curious about this. I spoke to the CEO of Yope, the co-founder, and he was like, I said, do you believe that you're not part of the things? He goes, we're exempt under the legislation. I asked him,
what?
Where
Yope is exempt.
Yope. Yep. Where on that 7-point flow chart do you bow out? And he goes, 0.7. We're a messaging app.
Right.
And he said very clearly, we don't have public can't view your profile. Yeah. Public can't comment on things. It's for you and your friends.
It's just peer-to-peer.
You have to approve your friends when they come. So, it's a messaging app. It's no different to WhatsApp, but with photos.
Yeah, right.
So you're going to see a lot of kids go to Yope. I think remember BeReal?
Yeah.
A couple of years, maybe 5 years ago, maybe more. It was this, one time of the day, some point of the day, everyone's phones would go ping and everyone would take a photo it would be a front and a back photo at the same time. My daughter, Victoria, asked to download that again yesterday. She requested it. So I'm like, okay, so that's obviously coming back as well.
Uh-huh.
So I'll know what they're doing because I'm a parent who takes interest in my kids.
Yeah.
And when she downloads an app, I get a request. Can she have the app?
There you go.
Like it's not rocket science, folks. But
has in your like my kids, as everyone knows, are older than yours. Have your children in the last few years while they were on social media?
Yeah.
And you got a pretty you got the rules and you got obviously a conversation with your kids about stuff. Have they ever come to you being disturbed by something on social media?
No, they've never come to us being disturbed by something on social media. There's two things to mention. When I got back from America after Charlie Kirk had been shot. It was like 2 days after, and I remember in the kitchen, Amanda and I were talking about it, and they go, "You talking about Charlie Kirk?" And we went, "How do you know about that?" And they go, well, "We heard about it online." And I said, "Have you seen the video?" And they go, "No." I said, "Well, do me a favour, do not search for it. If anyone sends it to you, don't watch it. It's a horrific video.
It's graphic.
Like I had to say, it's a horrific video of someone dying, and you don't need to see that in your life.
Exactly right.
So that was kind of the biggest red flag, kind of in that sense. And then obviously, and we've talked about this before, but then Jackson had some pretty serious issues in year 10 on social media with a group of friends, which involved them, one of them posting a message about him, a bunch of other people commenting publicly about him, him being talked about in Discord chats and all this kind of stuff, which was very hard for us to resolve. And in the end, we changed schools.
Yeah.
So don't get me wrong, we're across it.
But with the let's take Jackson's thing, if you don't mind, with what happened to him, would the ban have prevented that? Was this you were mentioning Discord
it's year
messaging?
10. It was year 10, so he was 16.
Yeah. Okay.
And also Discord, it's not part of the ban.
Yeah. Right.
So
problems are there.
Problems are going to exist.
God forbid, but if that was someone else, maybe with a sort of maybe a weaker self-esteem, could have
or parents that didn't like. I mean, got credit to Amanda. Amanda noticed something was wrong. She could tell there was a vibe.
Right.
And he wasn't telling us, but she got it out of him.
But in other cases, we've heard where younger people like that have ended their lives.
Yeah.
So that's Discord. So
it could be Discord.
One of the
it could
objectives
be WhatsApp, it could
of
be
the ban.
Anything.
Yeah. One of the objectives of the ban is to prevent that from happening, but it happened, and it wasn't even on social media.
No.
So, it's
it happened
large gap in the argument.
It happened on TikTok, and then we discovered a bunch of stuff on Discord as well. So it was a multi-prong approach. If something's going to go down, it's not going to go down in one place. Kids are going to be bullied on WhatsApp.
And he was already of age too. So
I think so, yeah.
If there was a ban in place, he would have been exempt because he's old enough. Yeah.
I think he would have been. He might have been 15, turning 16 though at the end of the year. So it could be that he wasn't on there. But even worse, he might have, because he's a December baby. Yeah. So he might have had mates, or not mates, because they were commenting online. They might have been people that were 16.
Right.
And he might not have known about it. And then found out about it, and it could have been a house of cards.
Yeah.
So no, I don't think it's going to do that, as we've said. But here's the defense in defense of the regulation and legislation. If all the kids end up on Yope, that's cool, because it's a pretty cool platform. Yep. It's as much as they get on Snapchat anyway with what they do. It's probably not going to be the end of the world. But the fact is, you got to worry about where else they go. And I think Discord's a big worry. I worry about just general chat apps.
Just messaging apps.
Signal, WhatsApp, Telegram.
Yep.
If you find out, because Victoria's, in the school leadership committee, she's doing all this stuff, and she mentioned last night they were the leadership committee, because they have an Instagram account, right, where they post what's coming up on Mufti Day or what charity drive and everything. So they're talking about now creating a WhatsApp channel, and so they've got to have a plan for that now. So the school kids are moving their communication from Instagram to another platform.
Yeah.
You don't think the rest of the kids are going to go, we should do the same thing and create a group or a channel or whatever.
Yeah, exactly right.
They're just going to do the same thing.
Yeah. You got to wonder, is it the platform or is it the people that are on the platform? It's the people. It's the people on the platform.
The answer to that question is pretty easy.
It's like guns don't kill people, people kill people.
And look, I don't want to be one-on-one with any of those parents that were in that room today and that have those stories to tell, because they're harrowing and heartbreaking.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm trying to think of an analogy on the fly, so bear with me here. But, you have horrible things happen on the roads with pedestrians and things, with cars. And I don't know that road rules change because of 1 or 3 incidents. Yeah. There are always little things that are improved or made better, but we don't ban things.
Of course not.
Because of incidences. I don't know. I feel like that's the issue.
Yeah, I think that the pushback from a lot of younger people, sort of a bit more articulate, is that, it's the content, not the platform. It's the
and that's what that young kid on the Today Show when they were out at Manly was basically saying. He says, you know what? It's not the problem. Isn't the platform? It's the content on the platform.
Yeah.
Let's work on that. Let's hit them with massive fines. Like I got to tell you, my Instagram has been amazing for months now, but in the last week it's gone back to being deathogram.
Oh,
Really, mate? I don't even want to describe some of the things I've seen.
Really?
Horrific.
But if it keeps coming back, do you watch through the whole thing?
Of course I do.
Yeah, there you go. So that's why it's coming back to you.
Yes, but why is it on the platform?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
and they trying to tell me they're just not going to give that to anyone else?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Because people are watching it. How is that allowed? That's the shit that should be fined $50 million.
Yeah, I know, mate. There should be a board or a section of each of the platforms that if the user doesn't rate their own content, then the platform should rate.
And if the user is in breach of their own ratings, they get booted.
They get done.
Accounts booted. So everything booted.
That wouldn't be hard to implement.
No, and it would be costly, but they make billions of dollars. So what does that matter?
It just tick a box when you upload your content.
It should just be simple.
It's like when you upload YouTube content that says,
they make you tick a box.
Yes.
Yeah. And so the rating system, we've talked about it before, but we have a rating system for games and movies and TV shows.
Yeah.
It should just be that if this is an R18 plus, if this would be an R18 plus piece of content in a TV show or movie, then you can't have it on your platform.
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah. If it's
or
for anyone, even if you are over 18.
Unless you've age verified that people. But that opens up another question of how do you age. See, what people who are whinging about digital ID and everything don't want is they don't want everyone to have to age verify. I don't want them to know how old I am.
Yeah.
So if you make it so that you have to prove you're over 21 before you can see R-rated content, then you have to make everyone prove they're over 21.
Yeah.
But I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Because I know technically it doesn't happen this way, but if you wanted to walk into a video store in the old days and rent a porno, you had to either look super old or show ID.
I had to pull out my ID, yeah.
There it is, folks. We got him.
I knew the bloke behind the counter anyway.
Do you know what I mean? Like at least there's a gate to it stopping.
Well, if you know, it's the rating system's made it a lot easier to tell what movies your kids can watch. Yeah. So,
mate, that's what I do. Like when we do a movie, I look first at Parents Guide on IMDb.
You often ask me, can my kids watch this?
And then I look at what the overall parental rating would be, not what the actual rating, but how would parents rate it? And it goes like in Australia, parents say this is an M movie. I'm like, cool, okay, that's good to know.
Okay.
And then I go, how many sex scenes and how much violence and swearing is in it? Those are what I look for in the Parents Guide, and it helps me understand what I want. Like, that's what should happen on the internet. I don't know why. Yeah. I don't know why freedom fighters think the internet's a Wild West that shouldn't have the same rules that the real world has.
But you know what amazes me? It amazes me that influencers whose a large part of their audience is tweens that are going to get booted off. Why weren't they more active? I don't know if they have been or not, I just haven't noticed it. Why weren't they more active in sort of lobbying the platforms to come up with a solution rather than being banned? Like why weren't they the ones who want to protect their audience?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
well, I don't think they want to admit. Most of them don't want to admit that their audience is so young.
well, mate, you know, let's put it into terms everyone understands, right? These influencers make a lot of money.
Yeah.
And if their audience is that age, and they make money, then I'm surprised they're not protecting that audience or trying to be active in creating a scenario where their audience can still remain on a platform and they can still share the content with their audience.
Yeah.
It's like the TV networks, right? They put programming, they do the programming and they say, okay, if this is an R-rated show or it's after 8:30, so it's so simple, and that's the old social media, isn't it? Is you tuning into a TV channel and then presenting all the content that they got for you, and what social media is no different, really, except for the algorithm and how often you're on it.
It's honestly, it's the simplest solution is ratings, and the ability to have content taken down faster than ever before.
Because you can do that already happens now. Like if you put it this way, if you were to put a nude photo on Facebook, it would be down within 1 minute.
Yes,
straight away. Even Instagram. So right,
yes.
So there's the ability to control that pretty well. But yet they put up videos of people getting shot and killed and run over, or whatever serves up to you.
You just described my algorithm. Yeah,
There you go. So it's really weirdly schizophrenic how they're handling the platform. Because,
100%.
but mate, you got to remember. Here's what I think. The bottom line is the data. And them holding your attention for your data.
We've already solved that.
Yeah.
We've already solved this problem for
get rid of the
16s.
algorithm.
Get rid of the algorithm.
Yeah.
Purge it every 3 weeks.
But again, the way the algorithm's there is to keep you on the platform and learn more about you and serve more to you and do that.
I support the minister and the eSafety Commissioner not wanting kids to be subject to an algorithm.
Yeah.
When they turn 16, that should be a fresh start.
Yeah.
And under 16, the algorithm shouldn't know more about them than a month old. Now, the last thing I'll say is Annika Wells and the government have confirmed that they've got a $10 million budget for advertising. I assume this is just in the next week or maybe month to advertise the ban.
Yep.
6.4. This is wild, right? $6.4 million of the $10 million is directed to advertising. The rest is creative and market research. I don't know how you need $3.6 million for those two things, but leave that aside.
Creative.
Of the $6.4 million, as if I'm reading this correctly at The Australian, about $2 million was allocated to the social media sites.
Where they're going to be banned?
I would have put $6 million on the social media sites and $400,000 on TV, because it's the social media sites where this needs to be advertised.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm a parent with
Yeah.
affected kids. Why haven't I seen a single ad for this ban on social media?
Yeah, I've seen a couple on telly.
I don't watch
Early
telly.
on. Yeah. You don't watch telly? Don't you watch the news?
The Today Show and the news.
The
That's
Today
it.
Show, that's it.
I haven't seen one of these ads in those two.
Okay.
Mate, I think they're advertising to the wrong place.
Yeah.
All their messaging is to the wrong place. Because they know they get bashed on the platforms.
But the other thing we need to watch out for, or what other countries are going to think. I think there's going to be the fear, I think, for these platforms is that what happens if other country goes, that's a bloody great idea, we're going to do that too.
Well, okay, last thing properly.
The roll-on effect.
Properly, last thing. I did write this on EFTM.
Yeah.
The European Union
Yeah.
Parliament just voted overwhelmingly, not unanimously,
Yeah.
in favour of passing this style of legislation.
Right.
To be clear, the European Union doesn't have the rights to pass this legislation in Europe.
Yeah.
It's incumbent upon the countries to do it themselves.
Yeah.
But the European Parliament has said, we think you should do this.
Yeah.
But here's what they've done. Social media ban under 13, banned, gone.
Under 13?
Yeah,
It already
under
is banned.
16. No, it's not. It's just it's a blanket kind of understood rule, right? In America, it's 8. So
Whoa.
let's be real. That's probably good to put that in writing. So under 13, banned. Under 16, banned unless you have parental consent.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Okay.
I love the idea of saying, okay,
So your parents
you're
can see what
15,
you're looking at.
And I've said a million times, I've linked my kids to my Instagram account. I've linked my kids to my TikTok account.
Yeah.
I've turned on the parental controls. I have parentally bought into this child's digital life.
Yeah.
That's the right way to do this.
You've done
rule.
your job. Yeah.
That's I like that
Yeah,
concept.
absolutely.
That's what Australia should have done.
Yeah. So sorry, I know you want to wrap up, but when your kids' accounts are linked to yours, you can't see what they see, though, can you?
No, but I get messages saying they've got a new contact,
Yes.
or I can look at the people they've been messaging.
Yeah, that's fair, but wouldn't it be easier? Wouldn't it be good too if you could think, okay, geez, why would he have seen that? Or
No, see, I border on the idea that what I want to know is broadly what's happening. And you got to remember the main thing about the parental linking is it stops them being able to receive DMs from random people, comment on, like, it stops a lot of the big stuff.
Yep.
And if you're a parent and you're not saying to your kids, let me look at your phone. I'm gonna have a look at your phone and scroll through your DMs. Like if they're freaking out, if Victoria freaks out, I'm like, what, do you got a boyfriend? She goes, no. And then I'll scroll through her DMs. Like,
sounds like you've had this
bad luck.
conversation
It's my
before,
phone,
mate.
my house, my rules, right?
Absolutely,
If you
mate.
don't have that with your kids, what have you got happening?
Absolutely, I know. But you know what? I think, and you're the one who's been doing that. Your kids are still going to be the ones kicked off first.
Correct.
And
Not Snapchat, apparently.
Yeah. Wow. Snapchat, if you're watching, ooh.
Yeah, Victoria Long's her name. Good luck. Ban that account. Poor thing.
Oh.
Poor thing.
When's she 16? Like, in about how many
In
months?
August next year.
Oh, so not too long.
She's got
to wait.
9 months of social media jail.
Not too long to wait.
Two Blokes Talking Tech.
This is Two Blokes Talking Tech with Trevor Long and Stephen Fennick.
Two Blokes Talking Tech is proudly supported by Arlo. Arlo is the company that offers brilliant security cameras, all kinds of cameras. We're talking doorbells, outdoor cameras, floodlight cameras, but I want to talk about their brand new style of camera, and that is the Essential Pan Tilt Security Camera. I've reviewed them on Tech Guide. These are cameras. There's a version for inside, a version for outside. And these can pan 360 degrees. They can also tilt 180 degrees. They also have auto motion tracking. So I've got one in my backyard, and when I walk down my stairs and in front of it and walk through the backyard, it is tracking me back and forth, as would your indoor camera when it is activated. The indoor camera also has a privacy mode as well, so you can tell when it is active and when it isn't. But it is if you want to cover a wider area of your yard or your front door or the area that whatever you happen to have, this can almost take the place of two cameras. You can have a much wider area because it can pan 360 degrees after all, as well as tilting up and down 180 degrees. It also has dual band Wi-Fi, so very easy to connect to your home, and it is, of course, the outdoor one is weather resistant, so yeah, you can have it out in the elements, and it does also, if you do choose the secure plans, it can be included to have all your video stored for up to 30 days and all the smart notifications that go with it. Check it all out at arlo.com.
This is Two Blokes Talking Tech.
All right, Stephen, there's been some drama on the internet.
Oh,
people
not
are blowing
drama.
up. People are blowing up a treat. You can't Chromecast or AirPlay Netflix from your mobile phone to a device that has the Netflix app on it. So your TV,
Right.
your Google streamer, your Chromecast.
Okay.
You can only do it to devices that essentially don't have the Netflix app on it.
Okay, so you can, well, if it's on your TV already, you can just log into that account.
The only devices as of now that support casting from a mobile are Chromecast 3rd generation or older, so the ones that didn't have the remote.
Yep.
So when Chromecasting was Chromecasting.
Yep. Because you use your phone as a remote then, eh?
That's right, yeah. Google Nest Hub Smart Display. Select Cast Enable Vizio TVs, America, and select Cast Enable Compal TV. So basically...
so TVs that don't have the native Netflix app available on them.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
how much they want you to use the native app.
Yeah.
I don't... The problem is, I think there are people who just think that's the easiest way to do it because maybe they don't know that you can just catch up and it knows where you were watching and you can put it on your TV and all that stuff. Why? This is like such a dumb thing to do.
It seems to be a new thing that people wouldn't do much anyway, would they? If you got a TV with Netflix already on it, you just go straight to that rather than cast from your device. And unless you just makes it easy for it to search for content. A
Netflix rep told Wired that usage of the feature was extremely low, which I don't think is true given the amount of complaints I've seen online for it. And I think also low usage can often mean an important customer, or not important customer, but a customer that maybe doesn't have the abilities or skills to know how else to do it.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a dumb thing to change.
Yeah, it seems well, why go to that trouble if it's only such a small number of people doing it?
It is unbelievable. And so there's a whole support page on the Netflix website about, why I can't cast. It's madness.
Why do that? It reminds me of what I know Telstra, for you to receive a paper bill, it costs you $2.50.
Yeah, that's true.
And how many people honestly would need a paper bill nowadays? Very small,
and we know who they are. They're older people.
Exactly, single-digit percentage of people, and yet they're going to charge them for having a paper bill.
Yeah.
Is that just to discourage them for having the paper bill?
Yes, because it costs money to post it, it costs money to produce it, it costs money to print it.
And if they're the older customers, they've been with you a while, so cut them a break.
They've bought the postage in advance for 20 years of Telstra costs.
If it's going to affect so few people, why bother? Let them be.
So basically, I'm saying, folks, if you are someone that uses your mobile and says, I'm watching a show, hit cast and put it up on the TV.
Oh, dear.
And that stops working, it's Netflix's fault. It's not yours. I bet you any money, in the next 3 weeks, I bet you any money you get that call on 2GB.
About not being able
from
to
someone
cast.
saying, I can't used to be able to press this button and it'd come up here or whatever.
Sorry, darling. Yep, you're
and that'll be why.
You got to get a smart TV. They probably were.
It most likely is a smart TV.
Yeah.
They've just never bothered to use it that way.
To sign into it.
Because you know what? That, and they may not know the options there.
Yeah.
They may just watch Channel 9 and Channel 10 and Channel 7 on that TV and not know that there's a button for it.
They're just used to doing it a certain way. Eh?
Uh-huh.
There you go.
Isn't that wild?
It is.
Welcome to the future of Netflix, just making crazy decisions on no one's behalf.
Everything about tech you never wanted to know. This is Two Blokes Talking Tech.
We're going to wrap it up with a cracking new device from Samsung, and we anticipated this. I know I did, and I was very much looking forward to this becoming reality, and here it is. Samsung has unveiled the Galaxy Z Trifold.
Boom.
So we know that the Fold 7 and even the Flip 7 has a single hinge. So in the case of the Fold, you've got a screen on the front, opens up like a book, and boom, you've got another bigger screen inside.
Yep.
The Z Trifold has your 6.5-inch screen on the front, but it opens once, one hinge, and then opens a second time, so the second hinge, and then you are looking at a 10-inch display. So basically, it's a foldable tablet, we can really call it, because folded down, it's your phone. It's 12.9 millimeters thick, which even for a trifold isn't too fat. When it's unfolded, is 3.9 millimeters at its thinnest point.
Wow.
But
that's thinner than the Z Fold 7.
Yeah. And so, that's at the thinnest point, because the three panels all have different thicknesses, would you believe? The three panels, there's a panel that is, I've written them down here in my story, there's a panel that's 3.9, 4.1, 4.2,
right.
And when they all fold together, it's all...
Now, I have the question. So, they're folded together. The middle one is, let's say, the back of the phone?
Yep.
Is it... Because you look at the hinges and I don't quite see and understand how you know which one goes on top. Like, obviously, there can only be one that goes on top because it's got the front screen on it.
If you look at this image here where they're holding it on its side, so this one, the screen would be under there, would it? Because you'd fold that there and that there, and then the screen's here.
It's a Z Fold.
Yeah.
It's Z.
Yeah. So it would fold.
It's a literal Z. They have that on the marketing.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a bit of paper out.
The Z Fold.
I'm going to fold this here and just.
So you do a demo.
I'm going to do a demo. So I was thinking. Hang on.
Yeah, well, there's a photo of it here as well.
Camera on me. I was thinking that it folded like that. Like, so the middle and they fold it in. I'm like, which one goes on top? But it's not.
No, it folds inwards.
It's this way.
Yeah. No, it's this way.
No,
look at this here. Look here. So let me show you.
Look at this. This is
the screen's in the middle of the back.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Right. So that's when it's open. It looks like that. There's the cameras. That's the screen.
And this is the big screen here.
Yeah. This is So this is the inside. That's the big screen.
Yeah, that's right.
This is the back. Right. Yeah. So this one covers up that screen, and this one goes to that's got the cameras on it.
You reckon? I thought it was the other way. So can I have a go? Camera on me. I thought it was this way. See how the camera's here? Can you flick to me, please?
Oh, sorry. So
see that screen's here. You look at this picture here.
No, I'm looking at it, yeah.
So that to me would say that the screen, so that's the front screen. So it would fold like this and like this.
So they do fold on top of each other.
So like that then. So the screen always stays
So the vacant. Two side panels fold on top of each other.
So they go boom, boom.
Like it opens like a double book.
Yes. So... two hinges. So that is always the front screen. Look at that image there, mate.
What I'm saying is, like, the hinges must be such that one of the screens kind of fattens out because it's got to have room.
It's a bigger screen. It's a bigger hinge. So see on this hinge here, right? This hinge here needs to be bigger because it's got to cover.
Fold over
that's why they're all different sizes.
You say you're all in on this device, mate. I say that if people were going to get rid of laptops, they'd be carrying tablets around now.
Well,
and they're not.
But this is a foldable tablet. This is something you can put in your pocket and have a tablet. Mate, let me tell you now, right? I'll make the prediction.
Yeah.
When Apple do their foldable device next year, right? Everyone's going to be thinking, "Oh, Apple's unbelievable. That's amazing." Not knowing that Samsung have been doing this for so long, the market's going to take off. Okay. This will be released. I reckon they'll release it in Australia 1 month before the Apple event. right? And they'll go
limited supply. They'll do like 100 of them.
They'll go up yours. Here, look, you got a fold. We got a trifold. Like, hello, we've been at this a decade, and so that the folding phone is going to become a thing because Apple's doing it, and it's becoming. Oh, if Apple's doing it, it's official. A lot of the customers out there thinking, eh.
So you think, and I agree, last year was Samsung going, rightio, it's coming soon, so we're going to show our best...
or the Fold 7,
we're going to show our best engineering right now, and then we're going to go one up on that by going something that probably might not sell in the same demand as the Z Fold 7.
Yep.
But it's going to show just craziness, and that's going to be so hard for Apple to wander through.
Like, it'd be now nearly 2 years ago where Huawei launched a trifold.
Oh, yeah,
right?
absolutely.
And that went nuts. You could try and find that on eBay. You can buy it for $10,000 on eBay if you want to, right? So that went crazy. So Samsung's at this, and their R&D, they've done the homework, right? They've been at this a while. So for this to come out, and apparently word is, my prediction was, if that's cheaper than $5,000 in Australia, it'd be a miracle. Word is, it's actually not that much more expensive than the Fold. Isn't that what you were saying to me?
Yeah, that's what I saw on someone's
It's not exorbitantly more expensive than the Fold. So, mate, if this is in the ballpark, you don't reckon people will want, like, the internal screen, 10 inches. Imagine you being able to, they'll sell stands for this.
Okay, so people are saying $2,800 in the US, so that is going to be pricey.
Call it 4,000 Aussie dollars.
And the Z Fold 7 is 2,000 in America, so it's $800 US more.
Yeah.
So it's going to be 1,500 more.
I'd be all over that. And that, you'd think about it, would you could use that if you had like a Bluetooth keyboard and you'd be able to pop that out, but your case would have a little stand on it. That could be your desktop. That could be your laptop.
Can you imagine
work on it?
The engineers at case makers right now going, how are we
going to do this? Yeah.
How the hell do we cover 3? What the hell?
And from what I've written in their release, it's made of armour aluminium, so it's still sturdy like the Fold. The screen has an extra layer of protection as well, so it's even more durable because it's got 2 folds now. There is the internal camera, and even the external camera's 200 megapixel main camera, so camera-wise pretty much the same as what the Fold 7 and the S25 are right now. So, but funny enough, not being released, I think the only countries it's going to be released in is China, and
UAE.
not even Korea. China, Taiwan, Singapore, the UAE, and the US. No Korea, no Australia. So maybe it's on December 12th. So next week this comes out. So maybe, obviously won't be out this year in Australia. Perhaps next year at some point. Maybe there could be an announcement at the S26 event, which that's another, we don't know when that's going to take place. So it's normally in January, late Jan.
Yeah.
Well, what's the rumour there is that it could be in February now.
Yeah.
Or part of Mobile World Congress.
It's certainly bouncing around,
Yeah. So, geez, aren't they busy, Samsung, with this announcement? They've snuck it in before Christmas, and I called it. I did write at the Z Fold 7 launch that they are going to release a trifold before the end of the year. Yep. And there was a guy who was, I went to his briefing, I forget who he was, like some R&D guy, who basically admitted, we are working on it. So here it is.
If you want to see those photos, EFTM.com, techguide.com.au, the Z Fold, Trifold, too many fold, big phone.
Trifold.
Big phone coming, baby.
I'll be all over that.
Two Blokes Talking Tech, Stephen. That's a wrap. We have one more studio show and then the live show, and then we'll take some time off.
Yeah.
Because I think we've earned it.
Absolutely.
I think we've earned it,
Been
don't
a busy year, totally, mate.
All right, mate. See you next week.
Bye-bye.
This is Two Blokes Talking Tech.